This is Luke here today. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to teach you how to start a company that is 100% virtual that allow you to make 5K months at the beginning so you can be able to quit your job or die in business one day. And this is without having to buy inventory, run ads, hire people, or do any social posting, or without even having to quit your job at first. And this is for the following people, right? So you have business owners who need a second income, people who are in sales already want to be, or maybe you've been wanting to be in business, but you never found anything that was worth it to you. And just to go over some results, like what I'm about to teach you has helped some of the following people. We got Ben, for example. He's hitting 5K weeks now. He's able to travel, work virtual. He travels in an RV with his family, and he closed 50,000 of the week, which means that he gets 5,000 of that. And he didn't have to cold call, he didn't have to cold email, do weird call, sell family, friends, or anything like that. And he was able to collect that kind of money, which was amazing. You got Kevin, who left his farmer job, which he absolutely hated. And in fact, on the right here, he actually wrote a letter, this very long letter, describing to his company why he was leaving, and he sent me the letter the day he did it. So that was cool. And it's because of what I'm about to show you here in the next few minutes. You got Jacqueline, who quit a shoe store job, and now she travels the world. In fact, she's done over 26 flights since joining us, as you can see in the comments here, and she has visited all around the world. You got Tara, who closed over $100,000, hit 10K in commission, and because I was so proud of her, because she did it so quickly, she did this in a matter of weeks, actually, which is it's rare. Not a lot of people do it that fast, but Tara's one of them. So I made her a billboard and put it in her local city, and as you can tell, she has her billboard right there on the right. It blew her away, just to celebrate. And then we have me. My name is Luke Guy, and I went from bugman to doing over 7 figures in this business, seen by millions. So not only does it work for me, it works for our students as well. And on Instagram, I have over 70,000 followers there. And that's from posting, that's from organic stuff that we grew that up. And if you look at the comments, see the values, see the videos we post there, feel free to do that. Now, you're not alone, by the way, because I know some of you are watching this, maybe feeling like, what is this exactly? But understand that Kevin absolutely hated his job and has been set free from all that. And he started his virtual career at 6K months in real estate niche and left the job he hated. So you're not alone. If you're at a job that you hate, it doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't make you weak. It just means that you're doing something you don't like. Maybe you don't like driving 30 minutes to an hour away like I did. Maybe you don't like the environment like Kevin was in. Like he absolutely hated being in the pharmacy in the pharma world, right? Where they I won't get into all the details of what he did, but he absolutely hated it. And he was so excited when he left that job. Ben had extra time and needed to make more soon in order to travel and be with the kids and family. Like he wanted to spend more time with his family. Like he wanted to go travel the world because we got one life. And he mentioned here he was scraping by month after month before VC. And now after connecting with us, he's closing 10, 20K deals, which now means he's doing 6K weeks in cash. So that helps him to live the life he's wanting to live. Now, and as for me, like I was tired of driving out away from my job. Like I was tired of being away from those who I loved, and I wanted to work virtual, and I wanted to keep my kids out of the crazy school system. I'm moving my video here. Um, and I want to make sure they were safe, and I wanted to make more. I knew I could make more, but I didn't know how. And now today, I'm with them 24/7, right? I'm literally on the same property as they are. And I make sure they're safe and they homeschool and everyone's safe. Like I just feel good knowing that everyone's safe and together and not like so many miles apart. Now, Jacqueline had a dream job. She had a dream. Sorry, she had a dream to fly the world and never have to drive in the snow ever again. And now she gets virtual jobs that are making 3x more than what she was getting. And you may be thinking, what in the world is this about? And of course, I have all these comments and feedback, and we can go on that later because you're probably at this point, you're just going like, okay, what is this even about? So let me give you the solution. Let me give you the solution to the problem. If you're a burned out business owner, or maybe you're a burned out employee and you want to be a business owner and be able to write off taxes and make more, be in control and have flexible schedule without having to buy inventory and do marketing and social posting, here are 3 steps I would recommend to anyone. Okay, so first step is find a company that's making 7 figures a year and can pay you well right away. And getting in can be tough at these, but it's worth it once you're in. This beats starting over from scratch. Just tap into something already winning. It's like if you want to fish today. If you want to eat fish and your family will survive off of fish, what would you do? Would you grab a shovel and dig a hole filled with water and wait for the fish to grow? If your family was dependent on that fish growing, you'd be dead before it was even big enough to eat. So why wouldn't you just go to the local pond with fish already in it and just throw your reel in and catch a fish? And yet, when people create their income, they start from scratch. They try to figure out marketing, their product and service, when they could just tap into something already working and winning without being an employee and having the perks of a business owner. The second step is have them pay you 5K to 15K a month in exchange of a valuable skill. So having a skill, working with companies that are rich in cash, doing very well, and just getting 5 to 15K of that a month because of a valuable skill that makes them money. And then third step is make more than your job business now and then quit. And those are the steps. So you may be asking, like, what's the skill that you can exchange and get started right away to start your virtual business? Well, the fastest skill to learn is something called virtual closing, and most of you already have this skill. Like, for example, you may be like, what is this skill? With this, you simply can text prospects, you can call prospects, you can Zoom their prospects. All right. So a lot of you are DMing on your Instagram all day, every day. You're already fast at it. Some of you burn up them lines, and some of you do Zooms. You already know how to do these things. These are skills. You know how to talk to people. Like, are you one of those people who like sit down and like talk to others, and you kind of like counseling them, and you like working them through their problems and help them get through it, and they go, "Thank you so much for your time. You really helped me." This is what you'd be doing, and you can get paid 5 to 15K months doing it. That's the difference. And this means zero cold calling or emailing. Like, you're simply talking to people who want the thing you represent, and then you onboard them. And why would they pay you to do this? Like, why would companies pay you to do something you do free every day? See, they're making 10x whatever they're paying you. So it's a no-brainer. And you simply speak with the prospects and give them your advice and try to help them with the situation. So what you do for free today, you could literally turn that time into money, which could help you escape the 9 to 5 or that burned out business. So, for example, you could be talking to people about real estate, fitness, how to be happily married, how to run a YouTube channel, how to raise kids, how to do Airbnb, personal finances, how to write a book, and the list goes for miles. So the thing that maybe you're already passionate about, you could talk to people who are willing to pay for it, right? And that's the difference. Is getting with a company who's already doing these things that you love, and they already have the prospects and customers ready to go. So the challenge is this: 90% of traditional companies out there want you to cold call and to sell to family, friends, and strangers. These companies will burn you out fast. Amway's a good example of this. Like your grandparents probably talked about Amway, right? And how they sold it and they never got anywhere. Well, that's 90% of traditional companies, including car companies and life insurance and mortgage and real estate. They want you to sell to family and friends. Whereas you work with the 10% of what we call the marketing genius companies out there. They're the top 10% of all companies, and they invest into marketing pretty heavy to keep their salespeople a long time. So the 90% go through salespeople like every day, where the marketing geniuses don't want to be constantly going through that drama. So therefore, they just invest the money. They invest in marketing. They invest in social media, and they just fill their people up with amazing leads and prospects. Okay. So the challenge is this. The next challenge will be defeating competition and getting to these companies. But once you're in, it's the easiest way to scale up and obtain freedom. I have a solution to make that happen in just a moment. So here's how you could do this. We have training to help you transform into a virtual closer, just to tie things up. Like, you already know how to sell people. You know how to talk to people. Like, most of you watching this, if you have the right people in front of you, you probably feel like you can sell them, right? You feel like they would do the thing, but you don't want to knock on doors. You want to talk to strangers. Like, for example, if you talk to people who actually wanted the thing, they wanted your help, and then you helped them and you get paid for it, like, how much easier would it be? Talk about something you're already passionate about, right? And then number two, to get this set up, we then will help you build a site that makes you stand out in front of all the competition. We'll also show you how to make Loom videos that would get you hired fast, and then we combine AI to help you do things faster. Like, AI tools help speed this up tremendously. We will take some of your pictures and videos, we'll put them on a website so you have branding, and then with that branding, the next step we'll do is we'll then make connections with you who could hire you. We have referred our people to people like Tony Robbins and Alex Hormozi to get hired, and we've had hundreds of other companies, like this, that we've connected with our group of students and virtual closers. And these 3 steps can help you come home. I mean, for example, check this out. Imagine if your day was filled with appointments and leads from people who really wanted what you had. You spent no money in ads. You spent no money in leads. You didn't have to cold call. You didn't door knock. You didn't cold email. It wasn't grandma, mom, dad, or cousin, or anything. These are just people who are really interested in this thing. Imagine if you was closing deals and seeing numbers like this come into your account just because you had. So that is the key, is finding something you're passionate talking about and having your life filled up. Like, for example, guys, if you wanted to sell a book or start a band, guess what? You got to get on social media and build an audience. The audience already exists. You just got to get the company to say, hey, we'll put you in front of them. Now, the formula to making more, traveling more, working virtual is simply this. More appointments equal more income. We know companies who can fill your calendar up and help you getting to this place. Now, let's say the conversion rate on these was 30%. So let's say for every 3 people you talk to, 1 close. Let's say you make $500 to $1,000 per closed conversation. Let's say your calendar's filled up. How soon could you be crushing those goals financially at those numbers? This is something made up. Like, this is the real live numbers, and people are going through this and seeing this, okay? If this is something you're interested in and want to join over 220 of my students, tap the button below and fill the form to book a call. All right? When you fill the form, we have a video with tons of information and even more case studies loaded on that page. If you're like, well, look, I got some questions, that video will probably answer that. And also, when you get on the call with us, we'll answer any questions that the video and media did not take care of for you. So let's go over some FAQ. So why am I paying for a job? You're not. This is a business you want. You're a 1099. In fact, this is better than traditional business. You get the perks, travel freedom, and virtual lifestyle. You're also able to write off your taxes, and except your life is full of appointment and leads. Most business owners have to wait years to see this. Like, why do restaurants close? Because people quit walking in. Why do people, go bankrupt when it comes to selling their books or not able to, operate as a band? Because they couldn't get customers to pay them to do the thing, to do the tour, to buy. So the customers exist. They're flowing. We're putting you in front of them in the form of these companies. Like, for example, you could work for Tony Robbins. You could work for companies in the Alex Hormozi portfolio, or you could work for just like a social media company. Like, for example, let's say they have 500,000 followers. They could fill your life with prospects. And we're finding those people, like what would take you 10 years to do, we hook you up with those people who've already done it, and you're just talking to their prospects. Is there an investment? Yes. There's a setup fee for bringing you deals, for the training for the community, for the support, and for my time to coach you. We charge a setup fee, plus we get 5% of the commission. And what kinds of product service will I be representing? Virtual product services that provide a certain result that people really need, and you don't need a ton of knowledge on the subject either to be successful. Most of this can be learned in a week. So do I have to quit my main income? No, you can do both for now. And why is there a setup fee? Because I have to pay for ads to get this message to the masses. I pay salaries, and we also find people who work hard. They work harder when they invest. Because the real money is made when you make the money and I get the commission. So the real money is not in the setup. That just pretty much breaks us even. The 5%, and you keep going and making money, and I only get 5% of that, that's where the money's at. That's where the real play is. So for years, as you're making money, I'm only at 5%. But I helped you do the thing that you need to do. So it's kind of like asking McDonald's why they charge for a setup in order to own one of their franchises, like when they're worth billions. So they ask for a setup fee of like a few $1,000,000. And it's because they have to take that money to break even and to get the real estate and to do all the things and to keep them cash positive and help them scale faster. So if this is something you're interested in, tap the button below and fill the form and book a call. And if you do that, you get to talk with us. We'll answer any questions you have. And also, too, we'll also send you another video with a ton more videos and all that, and you'll get even more information. So, cool. Hopefully, we'll talk soon. And if you're ready to go, just tap that button below this video, and let's book a call.